Assalamualaikum. Hi guys. This video presentation show about type of riba, Gharar and Maysir. So check it out. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Wan Nur Ayuni binti Wan Azmi. First explanation is about riba. I will explain about the introduction, definition, evidence from Al-Quran, type or category of riba, ribawi item, Islamic rules of riba in trade, and the wisdom behind the prohibition of riba. Introduction. Riba has gradually prohibited through 4 stages in the 4 different verses in the Al-Quran. Riba has been practiced in Arab Jahiliyah society and as a partial of business society. It is not an easy task to eliminate something that practiced for so long. This approach is similar with the prohibition of liquor. Definition. Riba is derived from the Arabic word from the verb raba, means to grow or expand or increase. In easy word, expand or increase of the thing above and over its original amount or size. It is translated into English term as interest or usury. In this slide show that 4 stages of prohibition of riba in 4 different verses in the Al-Quran. First stage is moral denunciation of riba. Second, riba and the Jew. Third, legal prohibition of riba. Fourth, all buy as the alternative of riba. In this stage, moral denunciation of riba. And whatever you give the interest to increase within the will of people will not increase with Allah, but what you give in zakat, desiring the continency of Allah, those are the multiplier. Al-Rum 39. Second stage, riba and the Jew. An-Nisa 160161. For wrongdoing on the part of the Jew, we made unlawful from them good food which had been lawful to them, and for their everything from the way of Allah many. And they taking of usury will they had been forbidden from it, and their consuming of the people will unjustly. And we have prepared for the disbeliever among them and painful punishment. Third, legal prohibition of riba. O you who have believed, do not consume unsuri, double or multiple, but fear Allah that you may be successful. Al-Imran 130. For the last stage, I'll buy as the alternative of riba. Those who consume interest cannot stand, except as one stand who is being beat by Satan into insanity. That is because they say trade is like interest, but Allah has permitted trade and has forbidden interest. So whoever has received an admonition from his Lord and decide may have what is past and his affair rests with Allah. But whoever return to, those are the companion of the fire, they will evident internally therein. Al-Baqarah 275. Next, I will explain more detail about type or category of riba. Type of riba will divide by riba al-duyun and riba al-buyun. Riba al-buyun means debt riba, and it will describe with riba al-qad and riba al-jahiliyah. And next, riba al-buyun trade riba, riba al-faid and riba al-nasiyah. Riba al-qad, any predetermined benefit for the owner of the debt that state in the contract which the debtor need to fulfill. For example, interest state in the loan contract. Second, on riba al-jahiliyah, the excess payment or surplus above the original debt as a penalty to the debtor due to his inability to service the loan repayment within the time. For example, interest in the credit card transaction due to the delay of repayment. Next, riba al-buyut. Riba al-fard, any additional quantity of inequality in the exchange of goods from the similar type of the ribawi item. Quantity factor, for example, an exchange of 5 kg of wheat with 5 kg of wheat amounted to riba al-fard. Next, for riba al-nasiyah, any delay in the exchange of the ribawi item from the same type or category. Time factor, for example, if 5 kg gold exchanged with another 5 kg of gold with a delay of 1 year, the said trade transaction will amount to riba al-nasiyah since there is an existence of delay in the said transaction. Ribawi item. Two category: commodity money or currency, or food stuff. On commodity money or currency include with gold, silver and currency. For food stuff, wheat, barley, date and salt. This schedule will show the first from delivery time, second from delivery with the equivalent quantity. Islamic rule on riba in trade. First, category, same category, type, same type, exchange, spot exchange, quantity equal in quantity regardless of quality, item, gold with gold, wheat with wheat. Second, same category, different type, spot exchange, inequality is permitted, equality is not a condition, and item, good with silver, wheat with rice, salt with date. Third, different category, different type, delay is permitted, inequality is permitted, time and quantity factor is not a condition, and item, gold with weight, RM with date. Next, ribawi item and non-ribawi item. Delay is permitted, inequality is permitted, time and quantity factor is not a condition, the item RM with vehicle, UD with furniture. And lastly, between two non-ribawi items, delay is permitted, inequality is permitted, time and quantity factor is not a condition, and item brick with sand, clothes with petrol. For this slide show the wisdom behind the prohibition of riba. First, large impact of riba in the society compared to the others crime. Second, clear burden on the borrower because have to pay principal and interest charge as a prevention of any form of injustice, exploitation and manipulation. In this slide, I will explain more details about Gharar, introduction, definition, type of category of Gharar, cause of Gharar, the wisdom behind the prohibition of Gharar. Gharar is one of those impediments which make the contract illegitimate. Any element of Gharar is agreement is not valid in the Sharia point of view. Definition: Gharar is derived from the Arabic word literally mean deceit, fraud, uncertainty, danger, delusion, hazard that might lead to destruction or loss. Second, the particular definition of Gharar from Hadith and Islamic juric. It can be defined as follows: the uncertainty that is present in the basic element of an agreement, wording, subject matter, consideration, and liability. Gharar have two types of category, which mean Gharar Yasir and Gharar Fahish. Gharar Yasir mean minor or slight. Second, Gharar Fahish means major or extensive. Let me explain about Gharar Yasir, minor or slight. This type of Gharar is tolerated and will not invalidate a contract. Gharar Yasin may include the following case. First, the uncertainty in slight or trivial. Second, contract is unilateral or charitable. Al-Tabarrud, such as gift of bouquets. Third, there is a public need for the transaction or contract consideration of maslahah. For example, by al-salam and istina. However, gharar fahish, major or excessive. This type of gharar is not tolerated and may result in contract voidability. This slide shows the cause of gharar. It is important not to use gharar interchangeably with the broad concept of risk. Gharar is prohibited, but not all type of risk prohibited. Furthermore, avoiding the cause of gharar result in clearing the ambiguity and reducing risk. The main cause of forbidden gharar can be summarized in the following. First, uncertainty of ownership and possession. Second, inadequacy and inaccuracy of information. Third, interdependent and conditional contract. And last, poor game of chain, al-Maysir or al-Qimar. Under uncertainty of ownership and possession, the sale of item that may not exist or it is not in possession, such as sale of bird in flight. When there is no ownership or incomplete ownership, such as selling something owned by another person without authority. The reason of prohibition of gharar is the risk of uncertainty. Second, inadequacy and inaccuracy of information. All parties to the contract must make accurate and adequate disclosure of all relevant information enough to make reasonable estimate of the outcome. Absence of adequate and accurate information, jahil, is a source of gharar. Next, interdependent and conditional contract. Sharia does not allow interdependent contract such as combining two sales in one contract. Gharar exists if the sale price dependent on a specific event or the parties are not sure if the sale may not to take place. Gharar exists on the conditional sales. Therefore, the jurist required that its composite product, the multiple contract, must be independent of each other. Next, pure game of change, al-Maysir or al-Qimar. The term gharar is also used in the context of pure games of change. The Al-Quran prohibits contracting under condition of uncertainty and gambling. The two words uncertainty and gambling are not synonymous, though related. Uncertainty is same as gharar, and under such condition, exchange or contracting is reduced to the gambling. The wisdom behind the prohibition of gharar ensure full consent and satisfaction of the loss of others, a person put his money or a part of his will at stake, wherein the amount of money at risk might bring hard sum of money or might be lost or damaged. This is the futures of Maysir. It is a kind of game without any serious purpose and benefit. It involves the element of betting, where the participant put up their stake, by which only one party will win. The worst stake will the other will lose altogether. Next, this slide shows example of Maysir. Example of Maysir: lottery, scratch, pull tab and refill ticket, bingo, sport betting, card and table game, horse betting, internet gambling and stock market speculation. Cause of Maysir: life under depression and life under recklessness. Prohibition Maysir in the Al-Quran. They ask you about wine and gambling, say in them is great sin and benefit for people, but their sin is greater than their benefit. And they ask you what they should spend, say the excess. Does Allah make clear to you the verse or revelation that you might give through? Al-Baqarah 219. Effects and consequences of Maysir. They will describe with neglect of responsibility, running out of money and resources, always burdened with debt, easily catch up in criminal conduct, collapse of family institution, cause of disunity in society, and last, undermine the morality and integrity of a society. For the wisdom behind the prohibition of Maysir: nurture yourself to be responsible, prevent yourself from being burdened by the burden of debt, increase moral and integrity in the society. That's all for me. Hope the explanation will clear and give some benefit to all. Have a nice day!